and being accompanied by one or more companions and friends added dignity to the occasion. The bridegroom and his friends went in pro, uh, went in procession to the bride's house and exhorted her back to his own or his parents' home. An example of that is Tobit bringing his wife back into his parents' home. It says the procession was usually accompanied by music, singing, dancing. At the marriage feast which followed, relatives and friends attended wearing festive clothes, and it was an insult to refuse an invitation. Oh wow, you know that. It says a friend of the bridegroom supervised the feast, which would continue for several days. Parents and friends blessed the couple and wish them well. A covenant of faithfulness bond the pair as they prepared to consummate their marriage in a specifically prepared bride chamber. Right? So you are not officially married. This is just the celebration of the marriage. But the marriage doesn't actually happen till you get to the nuptial chambers, the bride chambers. So we're reading it. Call on Yahweh Shemel Shai that I found this. All through spirit. Right? It says, to consummate their marriage. Now, real quick, let's get that word consummate. Let's get that. Oh, get that word consummate, man. It's important to look up the words, man, to understand what you're reading. Okay? The words are the basic building blocks of understanding, man. So let's get consummate. Right? Consummate, right? It says to bring to completion, finish by completion what is intended. Okay? To sum up, make up, complete, finish. Come means together, and summa means sum, total. Right? So the marriage is official, is completed, is brought to its perfection, its end once a man has sex with his woman, man. Now today you have that. It's called the honeymoon. Right? So there's some type of similar to how it is in the scriptures, right? But there's the tokens of virginity. Which is probably gonna talk about that too. All right, it says here, right, okay, I'm gonna read that again. It says, as they prepared to consummate their marriage in a specially prepared bride chamber, the verb to know is used to describe the most intimate of relationships, suggested that sexual intercourse was viewed as primarily personal rather than purely sensual. Self-revelation on the one hand and appreciation of it on the other is implied. The blood-stained cloth was later exhibited as proof of the bride's virginity. The Song of Solomon extols the preciousness of human love, and the Proverbs of Solomon encourage a man to rejoice and the wife of his youth, and let her affection fill him at all times with delight. And really, that's talking about the wisdom of the scriptures, the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of the Most High. Right. So this is really how a marriage is supposed to happen. But as you can see, it was not made official until they had sex. That's why they explain the verb to know, which means, knowing them carnally, lying down and having sex with a woman, knowing a woman. You got Jake that sing those songs. Slow down. I just want to get to know you. well, of course, really getting to know her is popping her, so to speak, man. So, let me get let me get some examples here, man. First here, let's go to this here. We'll go to the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22. What is it? Verse 23. Let me see. Right. So this is one of the important things of tokens of virginity, which was that bloodstained cloth that we just read about. This is Deuteronomy chapter 22 and verse 14. It says, I'll start at verse 13. It says, if any man take a wife and go in unto her, meaning what? Have sex with her. Okay? That's how he got his wife, through sex. Okay? And hate her. So, he popped her. All right. It was good for the moment. But then he realized, oh, man, I don't really like this woman. Right? But, he's trying to get this responsibility off his hands. So he's going to lie on her. It says, and give occasion of speech against her, and bring up an evil name upon her, and say, I took this woman, and when I came to her, I found her not a maid. Meaning, which that word there for maid is bathwala, or bathwala, which means a virgin, meaning she didn't know, never had sex before with a man. All right. So basically saying she wasn't a virgin. Okay. Then shall the father of the damsel and her mother take and bring forth the tokens of the damsel's virginity unto the elders of the city in the gate. Right. So there would be a token of her virginity, showing as proof that, hey, my daughter was a virgin when you married her. And I got the proof. Okay? My daughter was a virgin when you married her. So just in case, because you got Jake that was doing this, just in case, which the law handles all aspects of life. Just in case, Jake want to be on the BS, the Lord had a law in place, man, to keep things in order. Ain't no hit it and quit it in our culture, man. All right, it says, then shall the father of the damsel and her mother take and bring forth the tokens of the damsel's virginity unto the elders of the city in the gate. And the damsel's father shall say unto the elders, I gave my daughter unto this man to wife, and he hateth her. And lo, he have given occasion of speech against her, saying, I found not thy daughter a maid, yet these are the tokens of my daughter's virginity. And they shall spread the cloth before the elders of the city, and the elders of the city shall take that man and chastise him. Right? They're gonna beat him. Right? And they shall immerse him in 100 shekels of silver, and give them unto the father of the damsel, because he hath brought up an evil name upon a virgin of Israel. And she shall be his wife and he may not put her away all his days. So you better hit it. We're like, man, I don't want to deal with this woman no more. She's getting on my nerves. I don't like her. Yada yada yada. I don't want this responsibility, man. I'm gonna just lie on her so they could kill her and she could just be out my head. That's evil, man. That's wicked. There's no hit it and quit it in our culture. Okay, according to the law. Alright? So this is why you had the tokens of virginity, just to give some edification on that. Now let's go to this right here, because they mentioned that phrase no to know, right? Do her not. Alright, so this is 1 Kings chapter 1. And I'll start at verse 1, going into King David. It says, now King David was old and stricken in years, and they covered him with clothes, but he got no heat, because King David was really at the point of about to die, about to cross over and pass on into the spiritual realm, okay? Verse 2, wherefore his servants said unto him, let there be sought for my lord the king a young virgin. Okay? And, she would have either been around 12, 13, 14 years old. It says, and let her stand before the king, and let her cherish him, and let her lie in his bosom, that my lord the king may get heat. So what is he going to do with this young, beautiful woman, right? Have sex with her. It says, so they sought for a fair, meaning beautiful, damsel throughout all the coast of Israel, and found Abishag the Shunammite, and brought her to the king. And the damsel was very fair, and cherished the king, and ministered to him, served him. But the king knew her not, meaning he didn't have sex with her. Right? So he ain't get no heat. He didn't have sex with her. That's what that means, to know. Right? To know carnally. Right? Because he was at the time of dying. He wasn't worried about that, man. He was worried about getting to the other side. That's just an example I wanted to get. But just wanted to do a quick video on that. Lord willing, you were edified. With that, I'm gonna say shalom.